Welcome back to Minted Movement. Today I will talk about the 1982 Canada 1-cent coin. Could this penny be worth millions? Coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. We're going to dive deep into the fascinating story of the 1982 Canada 1-cent coin, a coin that could be hiding in your change jar, and one that some collectors believe could be worth millions under the right circumstances. In this video, we'll explore the historical background, rarity, value, and even look at recent auctions where this tiny piece of copper has taken center stage. So, could this humble penny be your key to a hidden fortune? Let's find out the historical background of the 1982 Canada 1-cent coin. To understand the potential value of the 1982 Canada 1-cent coin, we must first explore the historical context in which it was minted. The early 1980s was a time of economic flux for Canada. The nation, like much of the world, was dealing with the ripple effects of inflation, high interest rates, and the overall cost of production was climbing, particularly for currency made from metals like copper. Canadian pennies, or 1-cent coins, had been in circulation since 1858, and over the years, their design and composition changed as economic needs shifted. By the 1980s, copper was becoming an expensive metal to use for such a small denomination. In fact, it cost more to produce the penny than its face value. During this time, the Royal Canadian Mint was producing coins made from 98% copper, with the rest being tin and zinc. The penny weighed 3.24 grams and had a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. Though a staggering 1.2 billion 1-cent coins were minted in 1982, many of these pennies have since disappeared from circulation, lost, destroyed, or melted down for their copper content, which adds to their rarity today. Did you know? 1982 was one of the last years Canada used high copper content for its pennies. The design and significance of the 1982 Canada 1-cent coins. The design of the 1982 Canada 1-cent coin reflects a rich history of Canadian symbolism. On the obverse, we see the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, a staple on Canadian currency since 1953. This specific portrait was created by Arnold Machin and features Queen Elizabeth wearing a tiara, a design that was used on Canadian pennies from 1965 to 1989. The reverse side of the coin proudly displays a maple leaf twig, which has been a symbol of Canadian pride and identity since the penny's redesign in 1937. The maple leaf represents not just Canada's natural beauty but also its unity and the collective spirit of its people. Though the design of the coin remained largely unchanged, what makes the 1982 penny special is its place in history. Produced during a time when pennies were made with a high copper content before the transition to less expensive materials in the late 1980s. The composition, copper content and its rising value. One of the most compelling reasons why the 1982 Canada 1-cent coin is becoming increasingly sought after is its composition. Made of 98% copper, these pennies were part of the last generation of high copper coins. By the mid-1980s, the rising price of copper led to changes in the composition of pennies, with later versions being made from cheaper materials like zinc and steel, coated with a thin layer of copper. Here's where things get interesting. As copper prices surged over the decades, the melt value of older pennies became higher than their face value. This led some people to hoard pennies minted before the composition change, and the 1982 penny is part of this coveted group. Today, collectors and investors alike are interested in these copper-rich coins, with the value of the metal itself contributing to the penny's allure. Did you know? The copper in a pre-1982 penny could be worth more than 1 cent. In fact, in recent years, some people have started hoarding copper pennies as a form of investment, believing that if copper prices continue to rise, the intrinsic value of the metal will surpass even the collectible value of the coin. Rarity. How common are 1982 pennies today? Although more than 1 billion pennies were minted in 1982, the reality is that many of them are no longer in circulation. Over time, pennies get lost, damaged, or melted down for their copper content, making those that remain in good condition rarer than you might expect. Collectors and numismatists, people who study and collect coins, are primarily interested in coins that are in excellent or uncirculated condition. If you've got a 1982 penny that looks like it just left the mint, you could be in possession of a coin worth more than just its face value. Even though this penny isn't as old as some of Canada's rarest coins, its copper composition and the fact that it was minted before Canada started phasing out the penny entirely means that it's becoming a sought-after collectible. Condition matters. Grading the 1982 Canada 1-cent coin. When it comes to determining the value of a 1982 Canada 1-cent coin, condition is everything. The better the condition, the higher the value, especially in the world of coin collecting. Coins are graded on a scale, with the highest grades reserved for those that have never been in circulation, known as mint state, MS, coins. On this scale, MS 60 is the lowest grade for an uncirculated coin, while MS 70 is a flawless coin with no visible imperfections. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. If you have a 1982 penny that's been in circulation, showing signs of wear like scratches or discoloration, it's likely worth only a small amount above its face value. However, if you have a coin that's been carefully preserved and shows no signs of wear, you could be holding on to something much more valuable. Mint state 1982 pennies can sell for hundreds of dollars. The rarity of error coins, variations to watch for. While the 1982 penny is already a valuable coin for collectors, there's something else that can boost its value even more: errors. Error coins occur when something goes wrong during the minting process, resulting in unique and often rare variations that collectors are willing to pay big money for. One of the most desirable errors in the world of coin collecting is the double die obverse. This happens when the die used to strike the coin strikes the blank twice, creating a noticeable doubling of the image, particularly on the date or the letters. A 1982 double die penny in excellent condition could fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. Another common minting error is the die crack, where a crack in the die used to produce the coin leaves a raised line on the surface of the penny. These coins are also rare and can be worth significantly more than a standard penny from the same year. If you happen to find a 1982 penny with one of these errors, it could be worth a small fortune. Recent auction results. How much are collectors paying? Now let's get to the exciting part. Auction results. How much are collectors actually paying for these 1982 Canada 1-cent coins? In recent years, auctions have seen high-grade, uncirculated examples of the 1982 penny sell for impressive prices. A mint state 1982 penny has been known to fetch anywhere between $500 and $1,000, depending on the exact grade and condition. Coins with error varieties, like the double die or die crack, have sold for even more. In one recent auction, a 1982 double die penny in MS 65 condition sold for over $2,000. So NCLUSO. And the 1982 cent may appear as a small piece of change, but its history, variations, and the stories behind it make it a captivating subject for collectors and historians alike. Whether you find one in your pocket change or seek out rare mint errors, each dime tells a part of Canadian numismatic journey. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of the 1982 Canada 1-cent coin. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with fellow coin enthusiasts, and don't forget to subscribe for more exciting numismatic content. Until next time, happy collecting!